How will today's Excel tip enhance your data analysis? Join us in this detailed tutorial from our expert trainer who walks you through each step. Let's get started.
In this lesson, we're going to discuss conditional formatting. Now, as the name implies, based off of a certain condition or criteria, we want it to be formatted or look a certain way based off of that criteria. So if you look here in this document, we have all of the items that have West in their fields come up in pink and red. So for example, if I change Malcolm from East to West, you'll see here he is going to now become pink. If I change Annie Phillips over to East, she loses her pink. That is conditional formatting. Based off the condition of West, it now changes its color. Now, how do we do that? Well, let's go ahead and look at an example. Let's go ahead and take a look at our department column. And we want everyone who's in the marketing department to come up in green. So what I'm going to do first of all is highlight all of my content. So you have to select it to affect it. So let's go ahead and highlight all the content that we'd like to have conditional formatting placed upon. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the conditional formatting icon within my Home tab. So I click on that, and you'll notice that there's a number of different options to choose from. We have this highlight cells rules, and there's a little flyout that appears to the right-hand side. Many of these have to do with numbers, like greater than, less than, between, equal to, and even for dates. And that's actually really great to know about because understanding that your conditions or your criteria can relate to numbers and dates as well. And we're going to get into that in just a little bit. But what we're concerned about is text that contains. So what I'm going to do now is put in my condition right here, which is going to say marketing, and on the right hand side is going to be the format that I'd like to apply to it. So very simply, I'm going to go to override this. I'm going to type out marketing, and you'll see that automatically it appears with this preset color. I'm going to go ahead and click on the drop down. I'm going to choose green, and you'll see I get a nice little preview of it. I click OK, and then everybody within the marketing department now turns up green. Now, why would this be valuable for me? Well, number one, you can see it's a lot easier to spot them, which I really like. At some point, you may want to be filtering things out by color. That's going to be really helpful. And then when you have like dynamic information, like numbers that are changing all the time, it'll be really easy to spot it. Okay, so really a lot of reasons to use conditional formatting. Let's go ahead and try it with numbers this time. I'm going to go ahead and highlight all my numbers here. And my goal now is to say, hey, listen, you know what? I want to show everybody who's over 120,000 in a certain color. So how do I do that? Once again, I'm going to come over here to conditional formatting. And then I'm going to say highlight cells rules. Now, before I do that, I do want to point out this top bottom rules, because there might be times when you want to know like the top 10 or 20 or 50 items, or the top 10, 20, 50% of all your items there, or the bottom 10% or the bottom items as well as averages. So worth checking these out. But let's go ahead now, go over to highlight cells rules. I'm just going to say greater than. I'm just going to type out 120,000. Very good. Now you can see how they all highlight there. But this time for my formatting section, I'm going to click on the drop down and choose custom format. So you can see there it is, custom format. And then you'll see I'm going to have this format cells dialog box allowing me to then format it in any way that I want it to look. So you can see here we have our number group in case you wanted to change the format of the number. I have my font group in case, for example, maybe I wanted to bold it or even change the color, which you know what, might as well just do that. Let's go ahead and make them maybe this kind of dark color red. And then I'm going to choose a border color that's just going to go ahead and put an outline around the whole thing. And then my color, I'll make that also coming in red. And then my fill, I'm just going to have that be this kind of light blue color. All right, so I'm kind of going extreme so you can really see it. Now let's go ahead and click OK. And you can see here I've got everybody who's over 120,000 is now going to come in this color of a border, a fill, as well as the font color. Great, so I click OK, and now, beautiful, I have that, and it's really standing out. Now, let's go ahead and give Annie Phillips a nice big raise. Now that she moved over to the East region, she's now going to get a big raise of $135,000. So why is that significant? Because it's over that threshold of 120 that we said before, and now her color changes automatically. So the thing to take away is that all of that conditional formatting that we placed on here is embedded into all of these cells. Okay, let's just say, for example, Jesse takes the pay cut, and now Jesse's now only making $50,000, and now Jesse will now lose her color. See that? How nice that is. Now, let's talk about in the case where things change. Let's say, for example, I'm going to change my condition. So instead of 120,000, I'm going to change it to something else. Or maybe I don't want to use this pink color anymore. How do I do that? Well, we're going to go back to conditional formatting one more time, and we're going to click on our drop-down one more time. And then this time we're going to come over here to Manage Rules. This is where all the rules that we've created exist. So I can change them, delete them, etc. So now I come over to here, and you might see some things that are going to be a little bit potentially disappointing. Well, I know I created 3 rules, but only one of them is showing. So if you zoom in here, you'll see it says show formatting rules for just the current selection. So that could really throw you off. So what we're going to do now is just simply click on this little drop down and say, hey, listen, you know what? Show it for all this whole worksheet. Now you're going to see that I have quite a few going on here. Great, and there's even some left over from what I did prior to this. So what I'm going to do now is very simply, I'm going to change this for my cell values. Instead of 120, I'm going to bring that all the way up to 150. So how do I do that? Well, let's take a look at our options here. I have edit rule, I have delete rule, and then you also have a duplicate option if you like, in case you don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. So let's go ahead now and just say edit the rule for this. And now you can see here is my cell value greater than 120. And I'm just going to go ahead and change that to 150. So let's go ahead and make that 120 to 150. Click OK. And now what I'm going to do is also click OK. And now you see I lose quite a few of them because there before I had like 130, 136, 144. And then also this one that was 150,000 on the dot. That does not get reformatted because it is not, in fact, greater than 150,000 to reflect what our formatting was set to be. And Andy Phillips, who is under 150,000, does not get that color. So you'll be able to see that working with conditional formatting is a really great strategy for working with your content in a more visual way to be able to identify content, make changes to your content in a more efficient fashion, be able to really see your content in a way that you wouldn't be able to see it otherwise, that may be able to get lost if you don't have color on the text, on the cells, or even other kinds of formatting like bolding and different colors.
Are you happy with this training? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.